A machine is a device or a tool which helps us to do work easily, efficiently, and faster. Simple machines do work either by changing the direction of force or by reducing the effort needed. Lever. Lever is a rigid bar or rod that rests on a support called fulcrum. It is used to lift heavy weights with minimum amount of effort. Some examples of levers that we use in our day-to-day life are hammer, tongs, scissors, pliers, and nail clippers. Levers are categorized under 3 different classes. This classification is based on the positions of fulcrum, load and effort in different cases. In first-class levers, the fulcrum is in between the effort and the load. Scissors, trolleys, pliers, and seesaw are examples of first-class levers. In second-class levers, the load is in between the fulcrum and the effort. Bottle openers, nutcrackers, and wheelbarrows are examples of second-class levers. In third-class levers, the effort is between the fulcrum and the load. Tongs and fishing rods are examples of third-class lever. Inclined plane. An inclined plane is a sloping or a slanting surface which connects a lower level to a higher level. It helps to move heavier objects to a height. An inclined plane does not reduce the amount of work done but makes it easier to do. Children slide in a playground, ramps for wheelchairs, and sloping roads are some examples of inclined planes. Pulley. A pulley is a simple machine made with a rope or chain wrapped around a wheel. It changes the direction of force and thus makes it easier to lift things to some height. Some situations where pulleys are used are drawing water from a well, raising a flag on a flagpole, workers loading goods, etc. There are 2 main types of pulleys, fixed pulley and movable pulley. In a fixed pulley, the pulley is attached to a hook or a wall and doesn't move. Fixed pulleys change the direction of the force applied but do not increase the amount of force. Wells and flagpoles are examples of fixed pulleys. In movable pulleys, the pulley moves with the load. It reduces the effort used to pull the load. Examples of movable pulley are cranes and block and tackle pulley in sailing boats. Wheel and axle. A wheel and axle arrangement is a modified lever of the first class. It is a simple machine in which a large wheel rotates around the center or axle. Effort applied to the wheel helps in turning the axle and vice versa. This arrangement is used for lifting and moving loads. Some common examples are tires of cars or trucks, screwdriver, etc. Screw. A screw is also a simple machine. It is actually an inclined plane wrapped around a rod spirally. Screw is commonly used for holding things together and lifting materials. Using screws, 2 things can be interlocked in such a way that they can't be forced to separate. Screws are also used as a method of lifting things, like in a jack. Wedge. A wedge is an object with at least one slanting side ending in a sharp edge. The sharp edge is used to cut materials. Examples of a wedge include razor and knife.